Hey there. How would you like to discover some simple practices to purify your physical space, raise your vibration, and dispel negativity, as well as learn how to heal on a purely energetic level before dis-ease can manifest? Today, I'm here to reconnect you with the intelligence of plants for physical, mental, and spiritual well-being, and help you step into your own power to heal yourself from modern day ailments. So in today's episode, we're looking at the power of plant medicine, which is also known as botanical or tree medicine, or even herbal remedies. Are they effective? Are they worth considering for preventative health care as well as cures? In addition to this, I'm going to introduce you to a free online event that is called, hold tight, Indigenous Plant Medicine Rituals for Purification and Protection. Experience the power of smudging and limpias to cleanse your energetic and physical space. That's being presented by Adriana Ayales, who is the founder of Anima Munda Herbals. And if you're not familiar with Anima Munda Herbals, I highly recommend you check out her website, which is simply it's animamundiherbals.com. Gorgeous website, exceptional product offerings. You can't help but want to order something for her and feel like you're doing something really great for your own well-being. So before we get into that, let's talk a little bit and then we're going to read the bio about Adriana Ayales. So you can find out more about her. She's quite accomplished in the world of plant medicine. She's really taught more on the shamanistic side of things, Latin American and Central American shamans is kind of her background. But before we get into that, I always like to introduce myself first. My name is Liz Garcia. I'm your happy host here at highvibetriberadio.com on the podcast and highvibetribetv.com on our YouTube channel. And I'm also founder of the Mind, Body, Spirit Network, where I am on a mission to help you raise your level of consciousness on a wide variety of topics so that you can become the change you wish to see in your life and ripple that significant shift in consciousness out to your loved ones and into the world. And I support this intention by creating and curating content that's calibrated as to its higher level of consciousness or has the indicators of higher consciousness. I'm a teacher of the map of consciousness, and I put levels into context so that you can come into the understanding of where true power and the energy fields to change really exist. So at the beginning of every episode, I like to look at the topic, and we're looking at plant medicine and herbalist remedies, and we're looking at smudging. Really the focus of today's event that we're sharing is about smudging and purifying your space. And I happen to have consciousness calibrations that are related to all of this. So based on the map of consciousness, I can put into context where these things are. And we really want to make sure that things that we're putting our attention on or things that we hope are going to shift us in one way or another, calibrate above 200 on the map of consciousness. That's all that is really required. It doesn't matter where on the map it is, as long as it's above 200. And just as a reminder, higher on the map does not necessarily make it better. Higher on the map may be beyond your reach or comprehension of what it's even saying. So understand that you'll be drawn to whatever level is a match for you right now. What is it that you need? What do you want to align with? What feels right to you based on your intentions? Life is going to connect you with your intent of whatever it is that you want to heal in your life. So I use a website called consciousnesscalibrations.com. And there's not a whole, there is some things that are related to plant medicine and herbalist remedies that are sufficient, I think, to help you put into context the power in this type of, intention of using plants and herbs and trees to heal ourselves. In addition to smudging, smudging has been calibrated as to its level of consciousness as well. So let's just share Ayurveda, which is an ancient India. It's a natural system of medicine originated in India more than 5,000 years ago. That's according to hopkinsmedicine.org. That's how they describe Ayurveda, also known as Ayurvedic medicine. There's a lot of people that are interested in that practice and those principles. So Ayurvedic medicine as a system of medicine calibrates at 385 based on their principles, which is a very high level of consciousness, especially when you put it into context with health. Healthy calibrates at 360. Again, Ayurveda as a system of medicine calibrates at 385. Oriental medicine, Chinese medicine, also known as Chinese medicine, calibrates at 395. That comes from a calibration in Dr. Hawkins' book, Truth versus Falsehood. And then lastly, homeopathic medicine calibrates at 405 when it's put into the context of homeopathic medicine. So these are all super high vibe levels of consciousness, the things that we're discussing today. But most importantly, the practice of or ritual of smudging, which is known as a pretty much shamanic ritual, calibrates at 540 on the map of consciousness, which is huge. That's 10 to the 540th power. It's super helpful because it's considered like a devotional act. And when you smudge a room or a space or a home or whatever it may be, and have a prayerful, have it be intended to be a devotional act, you're raising the vibration of that intention in a significant way to get rid of, especially if you move into a new home, smudging is a good idea. So today's event is all about smudging a home, and the practice and ritual is a shamanic thing of cleansing and purifying a space and getting rid of the negativity, especially if you're moving into someone else's home. They've got their own consciousness that's been going on, thoughts and beliefs that are running in that home that can become stagnant energy in the home. So it's a good idea to do some smudging. And I have to say, I moved to a home like 2 months ago, and I've been having really disturbing dreams. So I'm like, you know what? I got to smudge this place. So I smudged it, and now seemingly those disturbing dreams have gone by the wayside, which is great because I know that before my friends moved into this house, there was one owner of this home for probably 20 years or if not more. So that's a lot of somebody else's consciousness, thoughts and beliefs getting stagnant and caught up in corners of the home of somebody else. So smudging is super powerful, and to do it more on kind of a ceremonial, ritualistic basic is a good idea if you want to clear out negativity in your life. Do it in your office too, by the way. So I'm going to read to you this event that is produced by the Shift Network, for whom I am an affiliate partner and love to share their webinars and online courses that typically are of higher consciousness. Their intent is to be of higher consciousness, as is ours. And I have requested that the Shift Network, I had it calibrated as to the company's, level of consciousness, their website, their intention. And it's all of higher consciousness, as is the Mind, Body, Spirit Network. So it's a good energetic match, what we're here to help you do, which is shift in significant ways and heal your life in significant ways. So let's talk about this event, which again is called Indigenous Plant Medicine Rituals for Purification and Protection. Experience the power of smudging and limpias to cleanse your energetic and physical space. So Our ancestors created practices and rituals for times just like these to keep us grounded and help us heal on a purely energetic level before dis-ease and turbulence can manifest physically within us and around us. And with the uncertainty we're all facing, there's no better time than now to access these powerful practices. As you preserve these ancient rituals, you keep a very sacred part of yourself alive. And I got to tell you, to have reverence and honor your life as sacred is a very high level of alignment. To love and appreciate and understand that your life is sacred is huge. And one way you can kind of express your appreciation and devotion to your life and the life of the planet itself is to do some type of smudging ceremony, for sure. Smudging can be done for any reason, not just like to clear out a house. It can be done for any type of loving, intentional act you want to honor and be grateful for. So, renowned clinical herbalist, medicine maker, and educator, Adriana Ayales will guide you through a smoke cleansing ritual to clear the bacteria in the air around you and purify your space energetically. Now, you can register for this event at any time. There will be a link right at the top of the YouTube video description or the podcast, and you'll be brought to a page to register for this and see a short video clip from Adriana. She's radiantly beautiful, vibrantly healthy appearing. And again, she's put together a beautiful website called Anima Mundi Herbals, animamundiherbals.com. So anyway, I recommend you check out the link just to listen to her video. She'll tell you more about her practices and her understanding of all of this and how she was brought up learning this as a young child. So in this 60-minute free online event, which you can watch at your own convenience, because this was such a popular course and introductory webinar and event for the Shift Network that it's been turned into what they call an evergreen course and webinar, so that you don't have to wait for the live event. You can watch it at your own convenience. So during this event, you're going to discover the power of indigenous plant rituals for protection, immunity, and purification, and how they've been used to clear energy, nourish the mind and body, and boost the spirit for thousands of years. And how even just the aromatic power of plants can relieve stress by slowing brain wave frequency. And I think we can all agree that when you sniff a bundle of lavender, that has the effect to slow the brain waves and feel at peace. I mean, that's clearly a common herb used for, relieving anxiety and stress. You're also going to learn how purifying herbs from the shaman's toolkit are used to perform what's called limpias, that's Spanish for cleaning, and cleansing rituals. You'll discover how to create your own smudging bundles using flowers and herbs you have nearby. And as you'll see, rosemary, sage, and thyme are examples of common plants with powerful energetic and physical benefits. And if you're a gardener or you like playing with stuff in the yard, like a little medicine man or woman, it's fun to make your own bundles. And if you've been shopping for smudging stuff, smudging bundles, you'll see that there's so many fun and interesting new ways of putting together a gorgeous dried herbal and botanical bundles. And I'll share a link to, I've curated a bunch of people on Etsy that create these bundles that are just so gorgeous. And what a great gift to give somebody, or make your own. But you can find them in a lot of alternative stores. And I know Whole Foods Market sells sage smudging bundles and those, what are they called? Palo Santo sticks, or like wooden incenses that you burn to. Palo Santo, I think that's what they're called. Anyway, they smell good and they can become a part of a weekly ritual to kind of clear out the negativity you bring it home from work or wherever, or the kids bring home from school, and kind of neutralize the space so that everyone can live more harmoniously in your home. So you're also going to experience an opening meditation and guided visualization to cleanse your energetic field, and why it's essential to go into a meditative state before your smudging practice. I don't know about that, but that's what she's saying. I don't know that it's essential if you have the right intention. That's just my feeling on it. I'm not a big meditator either, so that could be why I don't feel it's essential. I think more even just a contemplative, intentional way of being is sufficient as well if you're not into meditating, which I am not. Okay. And you're going to discover the origins of disease and healing according to Curandissimo, which is a diverse healing system of Latin America. Adriana is going to share how you can be part of preserving indigenous botanical medicine, many elements of which are on the verge of distinction. You'll remember that you have the power to heal yourself from our modern day ailments and know how to detox every day instead of just once a year. But more than anything else, you'll discover how to reconnect with the natural intelligence of plants to help you become fully grounded and achieve greater physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. Now, again, I want to reiterate that consciousness calibrations of Ayurvedic medicine, Oriental medicine, homeopathic medicine is very high. And all of these practices use plant medicine, herbal supplements, tinctures, herbal tinctures, and adaptogens in their remedies. So this is something worthwhile if you're drawn to it. It's likely can be very helpful as a preventative healthcare measure. So preventative healthcare makes sense because you don't want to get to the point where you need medicine, like from doctors, or you need surgery. You don't want to get that far. You want to prevent that from happening. And then all of these alternative and holistic methodologies or modalities are enjoyable and kind of like spa-like. You're like, why wouldn't you want to? So that's the scoop on the 1 hour event. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about Adriana Ayales. She's a beauty, by the way. Gorgeous. If you look at her video, you're like, oh my God, this woman is radiantly beautiful, vibrantly healthy. And let's talk a little bit more about who she is. So she's an author, educator, and rainforest herbalist from Costa Rica. She has extensively studied several healing traditions alongside master herbalists and indigenous medicine peoples for more than a dozen years. From a young age, she was immersed in the fields of healing and herbalism and devoted herself to learning from different ancient herbal traditions. Adriana founded Anima Mundi, a successful apothecary and herbal medicine facility in Brooklyn, New York, that crafts medicines sourced from indigenous peoples, what she calls wild crafters and honest farmers from around the world. Adriana, who has written 2 books, Healing Tonics and Adaptogens, Herbs for Longevity and Everyday Wellness, currently resides in Costa Rica, where she was born and raised. Highly recommend you check out her website. You can't help but want to buy something from this woman. They're beautiful packaging, and the way she presents everything is top notch. And I used to be a retailer, so I love gorgeous merchandising. So you want to check that out, and you want to check out my link to Etsy, where I've curated some other resources for finding sage bundles that you can buy that are really beautiful as well. That's it for today's Evergreen course share. Again, my name is Liz Garcia. I hope that you found this helpful. You find this helpful. Would love your reviews and comments. And wherever you're listening on a podcast, reviews are super helpful so that you can help us share, content of higher consciousness, because our intention here is to really raise the level of consciousness of the planet. And I can't do it alone, that's for sure. We all have to contribute in our own way. And to shift your level of consciousness a half a point can be life-changing on the map of consciousness. And you can do that just by deciding that you're going to step into courage on some topic in your life. That's a shift in a positive direction. Stay tuned. We got more coming to you. Lots of goodies always on their way. And I love sharing my wisdom and knowledge on the map of consciousness as well.